all my dogs, make some noise up in this house.
Who is in the house? Who is in the house? It's the gangster of destruction, so you know what's going down. And when the drive-by's coming, then you better hit the grind. Cause when your body hits the canvas, then your head's knocked out. Who is in the house? Who is in the house? It's the gangster of destruction, so you know what's going down. And when the drive-by's coming, then you better hit the grind. Cause when your body hits the canvas, then your head's knocked out. Fight with Adrian Whisper is like a fight with the devil, because when he's dealing with you, you cannot get on this level. Fight with Adrian Whisper is like a fight with a king.
Good evening, everybody. Huge Pop Entertainment, Huge Pop, and Reek. Today we're sharing our opinions on Monday Night Raw. We break it down. We will talk about hopefully everything that we can talk about on this show. It's our opinions. That's it. That's what it is. If you're offended,
that's our opinions and they matter.
I don't know what to tell you because it is. It's our opinions and they matter. That's the only opinions that matter. Just get that through your thick skull. We matter. The show, man, it started off with Adam Pearce going to the ring, and I think he was stopped backstage or something. I don't know. Anyways, he was at the ring, and he needed to talk to one person and one person. That's what he kept on saying, and it's like you knew who it was. He had to talk about Seth Rollins and not being cleared yet, but doing some crazy stuff that Adam Pearce was like, dude. So what'd you think about that segment, man?
Well, I really enjoyed it. Like, especially for me, it was like, this was one of the first Raws I've watched in a while to where I didn't catch myself fast forwarding the whole thing. I don't feel like watching this.
Yeah.
But I mean, just to start off, like you see the black mask hooded men coming in and stuff, and you talked about, I was like, I didn't understand at first when they did it to Pierce, the whole switching around. You didn't know which one was Seth.
Yeah.
But we both were in agreement where it's like he didn't say a word. Right. He just stood there and stuff, and I think that spoke way more than him speaking. Right. Because we know Seth is great on the mic and he can dish it out to anybody, but for him not speaking, just standing there, and then when freaking, Logan Paul and Austin Theory come down, all they did was a hand gesture and everybody came in the ring and they did the whole little swerve. The only thing I didn't like, and I know you have to put fill-ins and stuff like that, but I felt like if you're going to do somebody like a bunch of people looking like Seth, there was one guy I caught and I just chuckled because he was the very last one to hop over the barricade, and he was, go back and watch it, because as he's getting to the barricade, he's like,
I have to go back and watch it. Yeah.
I caught it. I was like, wow. But it was fun, but I love that. That was a great way to start off the show. It really was. I fully enjoyed it. And, it's great because technically he's not cleared. So I love the storyline. I love how they're going with it and stuff. And I'm just wondering, what are we setting up for WrestleMania here?
Right. And that is interesting. And that's what I was thinking too. First of all, I'll go back to the guy that was huffing and puffing. It's funny because a lot of those guys that are in the fill-in spots, they're like they're the guys that are in the indies that are trying to get their way, and they'll take anything they can get to be if it's an extra on a WWE, if it's a dark match. So I bet you those guys are just having a blast, and I think that guy probably realized that it's a lot bigger game than when you go to just the indies. But yeah, no, I love the fact. My question was the same, man, because you see, after everything was done, Seth was standing in the ring, and insert Theory and Paul and etc. And they were gonna go after Seth, and then LA Knight comes out, and the Usos come out, and my brain was like, kind of doesn't make sense in those to me, what are we setting up? So that's what I got the same question. What are we setting up for WrestleMania?
So, if I may, I'm looking at this two different ways. Either it's going to be a Seth versus Logan or Seth versus Austin match,
Right.
or because correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see the tag team champs have a match at WrestleMania.
No, there is no tag team titles yet.
So I'm wondering if you have a freaking 4-on-4 LA Knight, both Usos and Seth against Logan, Austin Theory, but I don't know if Braun Breaker will be back in time
I have no idea.
or Bronson Reed. That's a question. But here's the other thing. My other thought process was Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and maybe if Braun Breaker's back, and then that fourth gentleman being Karrion Kross.
You love that Karrion Kross character, man. You want him to come back. So I do too.
Well, I'm just, isn't it kind of the irony of him getting a text message in the interview from Paul Heyman?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I just like, there could be some wheel turning right there, man. But that's the only thing I honestly like. You're either going to have a one-on-one with one of those two guys, or if Braun comes back, then you'll have a one-on-one with those two. But
nonetheless, I think you're going to have at least Austin Theory, Logan Paul versus the Usos.
Yeah, for the tag champs.
For tag champs, yeah. Guys, Huge Pep Entertainment, we're family, and that's what we are. That's what brought these three guys together. Me, Reek, Q. We have my brother on Friday. We're family, and I just want to say, when we have a brother that's down, which is Mr. Q, he's sick. He's not feeling good. He's coughing, and so we're gonna keep him in our prayers and thoughts. And I think he's watching the show as we speak, but he's just not able to talk. So I wanted to let you guys know that Q's still here, just not able to talk. But I love where they're going with Seth Rollins. You can attest to this. I've not been a Seth Rollins fan. I did not like the vision. I did not like any of that. But when he came back and he's doing what he's doing, I think I've gotten a hold of this. I think I like this one. I hope they keep going in the direction that they're going, because that's a great storyline. That's a great talent. And so, yeah. Then I think we had this number one contenders gauntlet match, which featured a lot of girls: Lyra Valkyrie, Raquel Rodriguez, Io Sky,
and
Asuka, and Bayley.
And Ivy
Niles. Yeah.
Niles. There we go.
I mean, I thought that was a good segment. I thought that the gauntlet match was rather fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
You have Raquel Rodriguez, Lyra Valkyrie, Bayley, Kairi Sane, all those, and my girl Bayley won, which is cool. I thought it was good for her to win. So yeah, I thought that was a good match. I think that you have that comes back to the talent, all the talent we were talking about last week. There's so much talent on that women's roster. You have to do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what was your thoughts on that?
I really someone who gets overlooked a lot, but I thought that she looked good, was Ivy. Like, man, and she was like freaking ripped.
Right. Oh, shit. Yes.
Ripped up. And she actually, like, she did a good job. Hands down, Ivy did a very good job. And I was just like, okay, she's showing up, showing right. She's doing good. But Bayley for the W, man, I love it. I was going for it, and I was hoping for it, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, Raquel, that, okay, that'd be a decent match. Valkyrie, I'm like, that'd be all right. Then I'm like, Asuka will be good. No matter what Asuka's in, that's always good.
Right.
But I said, but Bailey, somebody who actually loved when she was younger, loved AJ Lee. I'm like, that just, it's that fan getting to, live up to her dreams and her fantasy to wrestle one of her favorite wrestlers.
Right. And in that match, they set up Io Sky, Raquel Rodriguez matches. You could go everywhere. You get Stephanie Valkyrie versus Liv Morgan. They set up some. What I liked about that was they set up some storylines, right? Some stories that go further than just that gauntlet match.
Yep. And I'm telling you what, I'm really digging the Stephanie and Liv story. I'm liking the build. I'm liking the way it's going, and it's got that momentum behind it to make for a great match at WrestleMania.
Right, absolutely. To go back to the Seth Rollins match, I was doing some reading. Paul Heyman is out indefinitely after taking that curb stomp and breaking his nose. Do you think Seth with all those guys is too chaotic? Is it doing damage to the storyline? Do you think that this Vision versus Seth Rollins needs to be done? Do you think
because I know we talked about it before, where you see, like, what I'm saying, so much of the same stuff. Okay, perfect example. It was a quick segment, but you saw over freaking oh my goodness, Natty and oh wow, I'm having a brain fart. Her name. But freaking
who was that?
Them two just going at it, and I'm like, we've already watched this match.
Yeah.
Like, we've already seen this a couple of times now, and we're about to repeat it. We're doing the 3-peat now.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
And that's what I was saying before. I feel like a lot of matches nowadays is the best out of 7 series or something, man. Like, it's a playoff for the NBA.
Right.
But I love how the Seth thing, I don't think it's too chaotic. I think this one is really good, almost on point. I feel like it is on point. It's got the build up, it's got the hype. And like we said, with Seth not talking, it just makes it even more like you're just anticipating, waiting what he's going to say, and he don't say a word.
Right.
Like, what does the crowd do? Oh.
And he's like, see, we had a couple backstage segments. One that stood out to me was the one of Javon Evans and remember the New Day, Kofi.
Yep.
I loved the how Javon answered, and I'm like, so question: do you see Javon joining the New Day, and could they make a run? Him and Kofi make a run for the titles? Do you think that he sees it as the opportunity, or do you think he'll stay on his own and just say, "The hell with you guys"?
I think he'll stay on his own. I don't see him. I mean, I'm wrong a lot. So, I mean, he could join up with them, but I don't see it right now. He's got too much of a push for the face side, so I don't see him joining the heel side yet. Right. Got to give him a little bit. But no, I don't see him joining. I see him going against them because he's going to refuse, turn him down, and Kofi's going to get angry.
Yep. And so then we went into another backstage segment, which set us up for the Intercontinental Championship match between Penta and Imposter number 1, El Grande Americano. You knew something was going to happen bad, right? When you seen the original El Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable, running in with your boy Danhausen.
That's your boy, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, but you're talking about either because you're cursed. And he mentioned to Danhausen just wants a friend, right? He just wants to be buddy with whoever he can be buddy with. And of course, Chad Gable, aka El Grande Americano, said no. And he goes, "No, you're cursed." And all of a sudden, we go to the commercial, and we come back, and we have Penta in the ring, and out comes that tall Grande Americano We all know who he is too, but what do you think about that match? Was it a good match, or was it just a filler match that you knew you knew who was going to win? There's no way they were going to take the belt off of Penta.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, that's one of those where I feel like it was a filler match, but it was a decent filler match. Like it wasn't. Like I said earlier, I'm not fast forwarding. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to this.
Right, absolutely.
So I feel like it was a pretty decent match. We of course we knew Penta wasn't losing, unless you really want to throw a stupid curveball.
Right. That would make no sense to take the title off Penta after he just won it. Right.
Exactly.
But of course, WWE's done some.
Yeah, let's take it off Drew, who just won it. Okay, first of all, let's take it off Drew. What, 5 minutes after he wins it?
Right.
Which I was so mad that happened, but that was a good build up for him in the Punk feud. That was. Right. But now I'm still irritated by that, man. You're gonna have him lose right before WrestleMania.
Right.
Anyways, I'm sorry.
I was just thinking about this question this afternoon. What's next? Who's next in the Intercontinental Championship title spot that Penta holds? Who could you start a storyline with that would make sense?
Well, before I go any further, I do want to forgive or ask for forgiveness. Maxine Dupree was her name, and I'm sitting like, I know her name.
Yeah,
it was killing me. Honestly, with Penta, I think that's the good thing with Penta is you can create a story. Like, I can see Dom going back to fight him again to try to get that title.
Could we put Finn Balor in that conversation? Or do you think we're going to see Finn go after Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and all them guys?
I think you're going to have. It's not going to be. Hopefully, I say hopefully, it's not going to be a 10-fight battle between him and Dom.
Right.
But I do see them two going at it, maybe at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I just don't know who's. Do you go back to Dom? Do you go back to? Do you put Ray involved in that? Do we go through the cycle of El Grande Americanos? I was just thinking, what can we do with Penta? What can we do?
You know what I think would be a great WrestleMania match? It would be a triple threat: Penta, Dom, and the Demon.
That would be sick.
That would be a very good triple threat WrestleMania match for the IC title, and the Demon wins.
That would be sick, yeah. That would. And then the next thing we seen was Big Ol' Bafemi and Rusev get into the ring and throw haymakers after haymakers after haymakers, and what is there to say about two big beefy men in the ring throwing each other around?
And I did like how they, when you watch wrestling and you watch the punches and stuff, you watch who actually throws a punch and takes a punch. Like, when somebody's a good 2 feet away from somebody's head. But I watched both those guys take some hits. Like each one of them, man, they're throwing some blows. It reminded me of Sheamus and Rusev.
Yeah.
Just throwing some blows at each other and stuff. And Rusev, I don't knock him, man. He's good. Right. I just feel like he's not being utilized good enough.
Correct. 100%.
You're putting him in there with a guy who's just a monster, man. A guy who we need who needs to go against like a Braun Strowman or a Brock Lesnar.
Correct.
So I wasn't disappointed with the match. I was just like, we knew what was going to happen.
Right. And I think that's my biggest issue with. I'm not saying he doesn't have talent. I think both Bafemi and both Rusev have talent, because they wouldn't be where they're at. But my fear is, will he be how much more will he run through Raw? He's taking out everybody. Bafemi is. I mean, I just hope they don't turn it into a Omos. You know what I'm saying? Have this big dude, and then you just drop it somehow, and not. I don't know.
Well,
Because let's face it. Lately, it's not about big dudes. It's about like Roman Reigns style. I mean, I guess Roman Reigns is a big guy too. So, but not as big as Obafemi, or
yeah.
So what do you do with big guys like that? Like Bronson Reed, like Obafemi.
Well, it's
Oh,
like almost it's like when you're talking about him, man, he fits that category where he is a big guy and stuff, and he can actually do some things, but he it's like who said it? One of the wrestlers said it years ago. But he said you get the big guys and you can tell who's like got the experience and who doesn't. The guys who don't really have the experience, they'll just sit there and they do a move to you and they're like, yeah,
right.
yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
and that's all he ever did and stuff. And he just reminded me of that. Oba's a big boy who can put on a show, man, and
Right.
like he actually moves quick.
He is. Yeah.
He don't just do a couple moves and boom, like he actually wrestles with you. And
Yes.
I can see honestly like him putting on a good show with the likes of Roman or CM Punk.
Yeah.
Or him and Drew, man, that would be great.
That'd be a good match, yeah. So Justin Summers is in here. He said Obafemi's a beast. Hey Justin, who would you like to see Obafemi go up against if you had to put him in a WrestleMania moment? He also said this. I thought Roman Reigns looked sickly. But yeah, Obafemi, Rusev, it did what it had to do.
Speaking of looking sickly, not to interrupt, but not really sickly, but have you noticed a lot of the wrestlers, man, have been getting more cut, like trimmed out? And I was just like, I've been noticing that, like, okay, they're like really getting back in the grind there.
Austin Theory looked like a beast, bro. I looked at him last night. I'm like, what the hell? He's been in the gym.
I'm telling you, man, freaking Austin. I liked when Vince pushed him. I just felt like it was pushed too hard,
right?
Like a Roman repeat. You know what I'm saying? But I think with the right moves or the right push with a Paul Heyman, Austin could be very good.
I like this. Justin says Obafemi versus Penta would be awesome. I think that would be sick. That's not a bad idea. I think give Obafemi possibly that belt, the Intercontinental belt first. Let's see what he does with it. And then he can go on and get the big dog card. You know what I'm saying? That could work.
Mm-hmm. Because Penta's like, he's not like a small average guy,
No. That could work, man. But dude, if Penta had to get that fall from grace, I think he'd be toast. That move, man. I don't think anybody gets up from that.
Mm-hmm. But I'm still waiting for. Oh, what about Oba versus Gunther?
That would be good too. Oba versus Gunther.
Mm-hmm. But
Oba's Penta's super over with the crowd. He could spin up anything with Oba. Yeah, I see that.
He is definitely over with the crowd.
So, of course, we seen last week how Dom lost the belt to
Penta.
The Penta, and
I'm so irritated about that.
Everybody didn't see what I seen. I didn't think Finn Balor did anything wrong, except for he made sure that JD McDonough did not get involved, or he didn't get involved because that's what Dom wanted. He didn't want them to get involved. So the story was Dom asked for the hammer, and McDonough went to get it, and Finn's like, no, we can't do that. Finn was being fair. Finn was being the nice guy. Finn was being, hey, let's not screw this up for my boy Dom. And then Dom ends up losing. right here. He said, "Gotta keep Obafemi versus Gunther for Obama." Yeah,
Oh man.
but so I don't know what's wrong, what the attitude is with Mister Dominic Mysterio.
The attitude is he said, "Bro, give me the hammer," and he said, "No, I'm not going to."
Because
That's where the attitude's coming from. You help a brother out. You don't just let him hang out to dry and lose his belt.
but don't you do what your supposed leader asked you to do? And he said, "Stay out of my match." So I'm sorry, Dom.
No.
You asked for what you got and you lost. So let's fast forward to everybody in the Judgment Day came to the ring. This had to be probably one of my favorite moments in the whole show, because again, like Rico said, there wasn't a moment you could wanted to fast forward. You wanted to watch the whole thing because there was start to end good. So you have Finn, Dom, Liv, Raquel, and JD all come to the ring. I have no problems with Dominic airing his laundry out, but I loved the content. I loved the exchange of words. So you tell me what you think about that match, or about that in-ring segment.
Well, I mean, if you remember, a couple weeks ago when I said this should have happened at Chamber.
Yes.
I felt like it would have been more of a, and don't get me wrong, I got nothing but respect for Penta. Like, he is over with the crowd and stuff. But if you would have had Finn go and pretty much make sure he loses at Elimination Chamber, or sorry, not Finn, but Dom making sure that Finn lost, getting upset with them and stuff, then I felt like it would have been a better build up. Don't get me wrong, this was great. I like how they did it. I just felt like it could have been better around Chamber time. And then you would have had Dom against Finn. AK, I want him to do it as the Demon to beat him for the belt. That's what I was hoping for. But, he lost it, and the way the story went was, I thought it was really solid. And especially the fact you have JD McDonald, who came in and also attacked Finn as well.
Right.
Because it showed like Dom's the leader. Like, it showed Dom's the leader and he's running the crew.
I mean, what it showed me, you're right. Dom is the leader of the Baby Club. But Dom has a loose fuse, and this guy's got to take some criticism. I mean, my God, what Balor said was not wrong, was not off. He said that Mysterio father, Ray, may have been right, and that Dominic is just a spoiled prick. He is. Let's face it. Dominic Mysterio is a selfish, spoiled prick.
Why we got to hit on Dirty Dom like this?
And then my favorite part of that segment was the Pele kick that laid Dominic out.
That was nice.
That was a nice move, dude. I mean,
that was nice.
You had to, and I watched that like 3 times. I'm like, dude, how did he pull that off? Because JD was standing right there, and he was only this far from Dominic, it appeared, and it was just bam, and it was. But again, the numbers took a toll, and bye bye Finn, because everybody started laying him out, and So are we seeing the end of the Judgment Day? It's just gonna die out and be done.
You're not seeing the end of the Judgment Day. You're seeing a cleanup.
Okay.
Because the Judgment Day was starting to wither away.
Yeah.
We could see it. There was just no more hype there. But now you have, even Dom losing the IC title, he still has so much heat. He's still the AAA champ. You have Liv, who more than likely is about to become the women's champ.
Right.
And freaking It's just I think you know, and why I was gonna ask this, I did not see. I can't remember what happened with Roxanne in the club. I can't remember if she.
I'm sorry, ask that again.
What happened with Roxanne in the club? I can't remember what happened with her.
I have no idea. Yeah.
That's why I'm like, did I miss something, or because I did not see her? But I'm saying like you can have Raquel and Roxanne be freaking tag champs.
Right, you could. You could.
And this is the path if you did it right, and see if you agree with me on this. If you did this right, you have Liv, women's champ, Raquel and Roxanne, women's tag team champs, JD, IC champ, and Dirty Dom, world champ.
Yeah, I don't want to hate on anybody. I believe I can see everything except for I want to say JD's mid at best.
That's why I said the IC.
So that might be okay. I have no problem with Dominic getting the belt back. I really don't. I think you're going to see it. I think he's going to be one of the main characters of Raw or SmackDown, in the future. I don't see him not have a chance at that or be a part of that story about a title picture. But I think you're not wrong. I mean, I can see, Liv still women's champ. I can see the tag team champ like you talked about. I can see that.
And it's not like it's something that's going to be like the Bloodline was, where they're champs for a long time, but at least for like a month or two where you just have this crew who freaking is just unstoppable.
Now, do you think Finn Balor will turn face?
Yes.
And so I'm asking this question. Can Demon Finn be face?
Well, if you remember correctly, Demon Finn was face before.
Okay.
Remember when the last time we actually saw the appearance of the Demon was against Roman Reigns, the biggest heel.
That's true.
And remember what it was, and I love how they did that. When they thought he was down and out, and then his music kind of hit just a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Echoed, and then he started moving. I was like, that
in the middle of the ring.
Did that.
Right in the middle.
Like
of the
he's
ring,
on the outside of the ring.
Yeah, on the outside. Yeah, I remember that. That was a couple years ago. Yeah.
I thought that was sweet how they did that, but yeah, he was a face at that time.
Okay. Yeah. So that's possible. That's possible, man. I hate running through this real quick like we are because we've been doing it for 33 minutes, but so that leaves us with the last segment. I think no. We had Rhea Ripley talking shit to Jade Cargill.
Now that I did not see. I did miss that one.
Okay. I mean, it was a quick, she was celebrating her Elimination Chamber and she was just talking crap about Jade. And I mean, those are two women that are ripped to shreds, dude. I think I'd run away from both of them.
That's going to be, I think that's going to be a great match because I've watched, like I said, I watched Jade in AEW.
Right, yeah.
And she just, it's like every time she gets in that ring, if you saw her mess up before, the next time she improved on it. The next time she improves, and she keeps getting better. And we already know Rhea's great.
Right.
Oh, watching those two together, man, like Jade's at that level now where she's got that heat. She is that heel, and Rhea is that face.
Yeah. So then last Monday, we ended the show with probably the best 9 minutes of Raw I've seen in a long time with CM Punk and Roman Reigns, in the middle of the ring. And, of course, you have the best guy on the mic probably of all time. I would say he would be the GOAT on the mic, CM Punk.
Yeah.
No? Man, that guy can drop bars. I mean, okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Give me your Mount Rushmore of
Mm.
the best guys on the mic.
Okay, well, number
Do
one,
four or five. Do 4 or 5.
we'll do top five. We'll do top five.
You do that.
'Cause I have to do five because it's just my number one will have to be Cena. It has to be. I mean, don't get me wrong, Punk is great. He really is. He's my number three.
Yeah. Okay.
But Cena, I have watched roast, and I mean roast everybody,
Okay. Yeah.
and CM Punk as well.
Right.
And number two is just my opinion, man. But my number two is The Rock.
Okay.
I loved how he was on the mic, and just how he was back when we were younger, man. Freaking
Okay.
not even younger, just years ago. But
Right.
he was great on the mic. He could
Right.
dish it out to anybody. And
Yeah.
one of my favorite mic segments was when Y2J tried interrupting him. That was just great. Punk's my number three, most
Okay.
definitely. And I would say my number four has got to be MJF.
Yeah.
Like I have to put MJF in there. I truly do. My number five is a man. It pains me to say this. It's a tie between Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho. But
Really?
I put Jericho over a little bit because Shawn was
Okay.
actually good on the mic, man. He could get under your skin, especially when he had back in the day when he had the attitude. But I
Right.
did my number five to Chris Jericho.
Really? All right. I cannot deny that you're right with number one. I can't deny that. I mean, and he proved it. I guess he solidified that when he during his retirement tour when him and Punk went back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So I would put them number one and number two, respectfully.
Gotcha.
You have to put The Rock in there. I mean, promo after promo after promo, concert after concert, the way he ripped Vicky Guerrero apart, that was epic.
One of my favorites of all
Never
time.
forget that. Maybe on a Tuesday coming up, we'll talk about promos, talk about top mic skills. But
Oh,
man,
my goodness.
if I have to do 5, that's tough
Isn't it?
because I can think back, and you can't keep Paul Heyman off of it. So he might be up in the top.
I was
10.
thinking about wrestlers, but yeah,
He
you
might be
really
in top.
can't.
He'll be top 10, but not top 5. But I have
Yeah.
to give all respect due for number 4. I'd have to say Roddy Piper.
Ooh, that's
I have
solid. That's solid.
I have to.
Wow.
I
Okay, can I change my
Piper's
number
fit.
5? I forgot all about Piper, man.
I mean, and dang, Piper would be my 4th. Let's face it, man. We got to give Ric Flair a shot. Ric Flair he can throw down the lines too.
Rick was good. No denying that one.
My
He's in
top
my
5.
top 10. He's definitely my
Okay.
top 10, but thank you for Piper. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jericho, but Piper's got to go number 5. I have to do that because I forgot all about Piper.
Right. So yeah, I mean, that's hard. That would be a good show. I think we're gonna here next couple of weeks we'll steal my brother's catchphrase, the list. It'll be the list of best on the microphone because you have I love the idea that you put MJF up on there because that guy's solid.
Mhm.
I mean, I so want him to come to WWE because I think you'd see some major mic battles between some people and him.
Mhm.
And so I would go that'd be my top 5, but we'll be doing a top 10 for sure.
Oh yeah.
So we show up. We got CM Punk in the ring. Well, actually, CM Punk ended this story on last Monday by telling Roman Reigns that don't worry about it. You won't be lonely anymore because I'm going to bury your ass alongside of your father.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh shit, shot fired. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And that was brilliant because then we fast forward to yesterday. And I love what they're doing with the Usos now. And well, you got Phil. Phil's in the ring doing what he's doing, blah blah blah. And the Usos come back out and say, "You owe me, and you owe us an apology." So you take over, man. What did you think about that segment? What are some high points that you took away from that?
Well, first, I just got to say this, man. When we're talking about mic skills, you cannot mention the Usos. Singly, those guys in the mic, like by themselves, not very good, but together, I don't know what it is. They just feed off each other and they are great.
Yes.
Um, I just had to say that. I loved it, man. I truly did like how Punk brought up the history of the family. You know how he's always been a part of it, and how much respect he has for them. You know, but and I loved it because you could see the anger like in their face, like man, and they said it repeatedly. We don't care about Roman, what you said about him. You disrespected our family. That is our uncle who cannot speak for himself. You know, and freaking, I loved how they built that up. And then when Punk, I thought he was truly going to apologize. Just went into the "I'm sorry, you got to deal with your cousin,"
Yeah.
you know, and Jay blasted him, or not Jay, sorry, Jimmy. Jimmy blasted him.
Yeah.
Jay shoved him. He shoved Jay, and then Jimmy blasted him.
Right. And I love that Jimmy got some mic time.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy can talk, dude.
Now, see, that's what I'm saying. Like together, I don't know what it is, man. They bring the best out of each other. Jay's the hype one, like he's all ready, and Jimmy's more calm and like okay.
So did you catch how they said what they said? So they said, I don't care. It's not about Roman Reigns. Then they said, Punk, you have to apologize. Then they rephrased it. Please apologize. You have to. You must apologize.
Mm-hmm.
That just got me thinking, what in the world? Is there something? I hope they build this thing to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they said you must apologize, I think somebody's going to come with. I think you're going to see somebody else come that might not be so nice and might not be somebody that Punk wants to deal with. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. But when they asked him, please, dude, all we want you to do is apologize. And then, like you said, everybody thought CM Punk was going to do it. And CM Punk said, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your cousin, blah, 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 blah. And all hell broke loose. I mean,
Well,
Punk called this family garbage. I mean, he can throw down the lines, you know what I'm saying? And I love that WWE. I think WWE would gives him freedom. You know, they give some of their guys freedom, I'm sure. But man, that was another solid promo section. And I love, like you said, I love to see Jimmy and Jay go at it together. You know, apart, I don't see it.
mm-mm.
I don't even see it. I hate to say this. It pains me to say this. Jay's not good. And I think that's why they took the championship title off him so soon. He's better with his brother. His brother's better with him. I think
Mm-hmm.
WWE's seen that and said we need to get the Usos back together.
Yep. Facts, man. Facts, though. You know what I'm saying? I've been sitting here just pondering. You have two different shows, but to make this even a bigger thing at WrestleMania, the way they kept saying it, you know, the way you brought it up, but you know what I'm saying, like you have to apologize, like you disrespected the family.
Yeah.
So at WrestleMania, like when Roman's coming down and stuff, he's not coming down by himself. He's got the Usos.
Yep.
He's got Naya.
Yep.
He's got Jacob,
Yep.
and he's got Solo, and even Tamatanga and freaking Tangala.
Yeah, Tana Lowe. Yeah.
They can join up too, and it's like because it's not a Roman thing, it's a family thing now.
Right.
But I think what we're gonna, I would love to see that. Like you're not just going against them, you're going against the tribe.
Right.
But I think what's going to happen because I hope I'm wrong on this, but The Rock's gonna pop his head in there,
Yeah.
just like he did with Cody and stuff. But I personally would love to see the family come down, or at least show up. Not necessarily come down with them, but like sometime in the matches, or even at the end. Because I'm sorry, I think Roman's going to win.
Yeah. Oh,
I think
that's
even at
smart.
the end.
That's best for business, I think.
Yep.
I think you're going to see probably at WrestleMania, ringside or not. And if it's ringside, you're going to see him in the front row. You're going to see possibly, what's his name? Help me. Rikishi.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think he's showing up for sure.
I think you're going to see Rikishi. And I think you're going to see Zilla sitting right. And who's the guy that just faced MJF? Is that Zilla?
Was it Zilla? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Zilla be there, but I think they're going to be next to each other. And I think Punk's going to get stupid and go over to the side and either smack Zilla or something. And all hell's going to break loose. And I think Punk's going to be so distracted with all the tribe there, that he's going to lose focus, and you're going to see Roman Reigns walk out victorious.
No, I'm not seeing Punk being disrespectful to them. I can see Punk trying to go up to Rikishi, like shake his hand and greet him or something. Rikishi just like,
yeah, okay, yeah, I see what's okay. Yeah, that would be a better angle because like they
you
said,
disrespected the family, bro.
Right, like Punk said, I have nothing against you guys. I think your family is great. I grew up. He made reference to that last night. I grew up under Sika. I know Sika. I know your family. But your cousin's a piece of shit. Basically, it's what he said,
Mm-hmm.
So I can't wait till next Monday when I hope you're right when Roman starts dogging on CM Punk's dog.
Larry? Yeah, Larry's getting brought up for sure. It's happening.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. So yeah, man, I loved how it closed. I'm happy what they did with the Usos, with Jimmy especially. I've been waiting for Jimmy to get pushed like he is. I think that was a great ending. How he, again, when you have CM Punk on the mic in the middle of the ring, you can't go wrong. You can't.
Yeah.
So
because there's so many times, and like don't get me wrong, there has been very good moments where Jay's been on the mic. There has been, but there's a lot of times where he's too amped up. And man, I can't say nothing. I'll probably choke left and right trying to get on that mic in front of everybody.
Right.
But like, there's been multiple moments where, especially last night proved it, when he was like, he got too hyped up and he like got messed up with what he was going to say.
Yeah.
But CM Punk's very good to get on that mic, and if he notices you're struggling, he'll pop on there.
Yeah. Yep. So Rico, do you have anything to add to end the show? Is there anything going on that you think we should, in the world of wrestling, that you've been reading about, anything you want to bring up before we close out the show?
Like I said, I mentioned it last week. I'm gonna keep mentioning it until I see him again. Give me my Karrion Kross back. But
there you go, WWE. Get Karrion Kross back in the ring, man.
That and my other thing is like I know he had a feud with Damian Priest, but it seems like we're not really. We brought Aleister back for, once again, perfect example. Instead of them doing 1 or 2 matches, we're doing best out of 5 series. Why are we doing this?
Right. Yeah.
So I was going to ask you, we know some matches for WrestleMania, but Like, what are some other matches you think may happen?
Matches that may happen. I gosh. I for somehow, some way, we have what? We have 5 more weeks until WrestleMania.
40 days.
40 days. Um, this is a far fetched, probably will never happen match. I think somebody's gonna get sick of Danhausen, and everybody he cursed. There'll be either a ladder match or something with, I don't know. This is how stupid it is. A contract. And the winner that gets the contract, everybody else leaves, and then the winner stays. And then, of course, Danhausen gets that, and blah, blah, blah. That is such a dumb match, but you got to do something with Danhausen and the guys he's cursing.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I want to see. I'd like to see the unmasking. Finally, let's bring Chad Gable back. Is it Eon or whatever his name is? Let's unmask these people and get over this Grande Americano. I'm done with it. I think it's stupid. I think it needs to come to an end. Why? And that better not be on no main card of WrestleMania. Make that a dark match and get rid of all that.
So matches that we have so far, you got Punk Roman.
Yep.
Randy Cody.
Yep.
Rhea Jade.
Yep.
Liv and Stephanie.
Yep.
That's just 5 guarantee matches we have right there.
Right. You named Roman and Punk.
Yeah, well, the first one I named.
Seth has to go up again. Seth has to find something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's gonna have something. We just don't know yet. But here's where, unfortunately, I see it. It's gonna be like, what is it? The 4th time they fight, or 3rd or 4th. Maxine and Natty.
Yep. I think you're gonna see Logan
Bailey versus AJ.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see Logan Paul and Seth.
Logan Paul. We'll say Logan Paul and Seth. So
because unless Braun Breaker's cleared before then, but I don't think it. I see it Logan Paul, because Logan got taken out by Seth at I think at the Chamber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see a turn. I see a heel turn. Paul Heyman. I see him. He's going to try to become part of Roman Reigns' thing again.
Well, it's bugging me because it's like, this is my personal thoughts. Y'all can disagree, agree, whatever. But don't you agree that just about at WrestleMania, it's the Super Bowl of wrestling?
Right.
Every title should be defended there.
Correct. It should.
I believe that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
You should have the IC title defended there. You should have the US title defended, the women's IC, the women's US.
Yep.
The women's tag, men's tag, everything.
100%. You think Brock Lesnar is going to be there?
I just haven't seen anything in the past couple of weeks, but doesn't mean nothing can happen.
Right.
Like, I can see them real quick. Well, and it all depends. Like they always say with Brock, you never know because his scheduling and stuff. So
correct, yeah.
He can give you an answer at the last minute.
Right.
But him against Oba.
Him against Oba, that'd be badass.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I would really like to see that.
So the rest of the week looks like well, we're supposed to have our Friday show, but the main host Matt is moving into his house, so we canceled all Friday shows until further notice. Tomorrow we have on the show Andrew Anderson. He ran with Kevin Sullivan of WCW and those guys, so he's got some history behind him. But he texted me about 3 weeks ago and asked me if he could come on the show and share about the things that are happening right now, currently in his life, and what his plans are for the future in the business. So we have that coming up. We don't have any Monday shows anymore because just things didn't work out. So at this point in time, we don't have any Monday shows. In a couple weeks for our Tuesday night show, we will have a guy named Garrison Creed. That'll be on the show with you and you. So he's an independent wrestler. Other than that, I'm working on some things. I know that Rico's been busy, and I just want to say thank you, Rico, for coming on the show tonight. Thank you, Q, for being part of the team. My brother being part of the team. Hope everybody gets better, feeling better. And if you're a fan of Huge Pop Entertainment, great. Hit the follow button and hit the subscribe button to our YouTube channel. If you're not, what the hell are you waiting for? We have some great content. We have some good, we let people have their opinions, and so yeah, I mean, it's been fun. It's a fun time. Let's Reek and I getting
together, just chatting about wrestling. It's what we do best. It's what we love to do.
And go to the YouTube channel and check out the video of XIW Extreme Impact Wrestling that was put up 2 days ago. Don't complain about the sound. The match quality was great, but the announcing, we couldn't hear each other because we were put in a different position. So next in April, we'll be in a different spot. So hopefully it'll turn out better. But for now, it's Huge Pop Entertainment, and we say goodnight.
All my dogs, make some noise up in this house.
Who is in the house? Who is